Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this May 31st tapping session. Welcome to May 31st tapping session. Today's affirmation is going to be one that I know lots of people will love. And the affirmation is that I am having $100,000 day. And whether you've had that before or you haven't had that before, it doesn't matter. This session is going to help you. And tapping on this is going to really bring forward what it is that you need to clear in order to have this happen. So I have had a $100,000 day. I've had multiple $100,000 days, and there's still stuff for me to work on around this. And so knowing that tapping is this practice, that the more consistent you are with it, the better that it works and the faster that it works. So let's tap on this today. I am having a $100,000 day. I actually heard this yesterday on a podcast where this person does tapping, like she knows a tapping, but she's not a tapping expert. And she tried to tap with the people on the podcast on it. And I was like, oh gosh, I can help you do this better. So I thought, let's make today's theme around this topic. For those of you that are live with me every day, I am a little earlier this morning than normal. And whenever time you watch this, I'm excited to hear your comments. So feel free to leave them in the chat. All right, let's dive in. Whenever you're ready, closing your eyes, taking a nice deep breath, rolling your shoulders up and back, opening up your heart and chest. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And bringing this affirmation, this intention front of mind. I am having a $100,000 day. I am having a $100,000 day. And as you say this to yourself, what is coming forward for you? What are the thoughts that are coming forward? I am having a $100,000 day. What are the feelings in your body? And most importantly, what is your resistance? The resistance might be a thought, it might be a feeling. It's feeling like that can't happen or that won't happen, or in order for that to happen, I would need to fill in the blank. Notice what the story, what the resistance is around this right now. Okay, so when you're ready, let's dive in and tap on the side of the hand and say, even though I would love to have a $100,000 day, there's some resistance to this. And I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I want to have a $100,000 day. There's some stories and beliefs I have around this happening. And I love and accept myself anyway. Even though this is something I am working towards, I have some stories and beliefs standing in my way. And I love and accept myself anyway. Top of the head. I can't have a $100,000 day. Eyebrow point. That won't happen for me today because. Side eye. Because I don't have the right people in my community to buy. Underneath the eye. Because I haven't planned for it. Underneath the nose, because in order for that to happen, I would need to fill in the blank. Underneath the mouth, and I haven't done that well enough. Collarbone point, I can't have a $100,000 day because, to fill in the blank. Underneath the arms, I don't deserve it. Underneath the chest, I don't believe I can have a $100,000 day because fill in the blank. Wrist point, because I don't have the right audience. Top of the head, because I don't have the right offer. Eyebrow point, because I am not as planned or organized enough. Side of the eye, because people aren't buying right now. Underneath the eye, because selling is hard. Underneath the nose, because I don't know the right people. Underneath the mouth, because there's no way that many people would buy that much stuff. Collarbone point, these limits that I'm stuck on. Underneath the arms, I'm ready to release them now. All right, so you can take a deep breath. Close your eyes, connect back in. Saying the affirmation that I am having a $100,000 day. What level of resistance are you at now? My resistance definitely went down. For me, it's more like, oh, I can see how I can do it. My brain's starting to sort it out and organize it. I know how I've done it in the past. I can do it again. So that's, for me, a sign that resistance is shifting. I'm feeling excited about it. The prompt, I can't have a $100,000 day because, what comes after that because for you? So I don't know enough people. I'm not organized enough. I'm too all over the place in my marketing. My body can't handle it. Whatever that is, you might need to do a couple more rounds on it, but there comes a point where you can argue for your limitations or you can let them go. I'm going to invite you to let go of that story right now. The story that you don't know enough people, that you don't know the right people, that you don't know how to do it, that it's not possible for you. We're going to start letting that go. It's time to stop telling that story today. So when you're ready, let's go to the side of the hand and say, even though the resistance might feel strong, I'm ready to let go of this story. That it can't or won't happen for me because, and I want you to fill in the blank. Even though I've been blocking myself from having a $100,000 day because of this belief and story that I have. I forgive myself now. And I'm ready to let it go. Even though I've been stuck in this mindset. I've been stuck in this old identity where that can't happen or won't happen. I am releasing it now. I'm creating a new story instead. Let's go to the top of the head and say, this old story. Eyebrow point that I keep repeating. Side of the eye. It's time to let it go today. Underneath the eye, it's time to change the story now. Underneath the nose, this story that I can't have a $100,000 month. Underneath the mouth, because, and I want you to fill in the blank. Collarbone point, I choose to let this go. Underneath the arms, I choose to make a shift now. Underneath the chest, that was the person I used to be. Wrist point, those were the things I used to believe. Top of the head, I forgive myself for holding on to this story. Eyebrow point, I choose to let it go now. All right, so taking a deep breath, tuning back in to the affirmation that I am having a $100,000 day. I am having one. It is happening for me. This is actually an invitation and initiation to tap into your $1 million identity. Would your $1 million self have the resistance that you have? Would your $1 million self be telling the story that you're telling, that I can't have it because? No. Your $1 million self would be thinking, absolutely I can. Oh, I can see how I could do this, that, the other thing. Ooh, this could be really fun. Ooh, this could be really exciting. What does your $1 million self think? And this might be a bit of a stretch for your subconscious mind, especially if you're really stuck in an old story. But today, you're choosing to change it. You're choosing to stop saying that the people don't exist, or that I don't know how, or that I'm not good enough. I forgive myself for holding on to that story, and I'm choosing to let that go. I am having a $100,000 day. And how does that feel? When you think about, I am having a $100,000 day, put yourself in that day. When you say to your best friend, you say to your partner, you say to your kids, I'm having a $100,000 day. X amount of people bought. I was introduced to this person. I'm having a $100,000 day. What is it like to be her? So for this last round, let's tap into that together, tapping on the side of the hand. And say, even though I've been stuck in this old mindset that I can't have a $100,000 day, I'm choosing to let it go. I'm stepping into my $1 million identity instead. And even though this might seem like a big leap for me, I'm choosing to make a shift today. I'm tapping into my $1 million identity now. I am having a $100,000 day. We're going to go to the top of the head. I am having a $100,000 day. Eyebrow point, I did it again. Side of the eye, I am having a $100,000 day. Underneath that, I want you to close your eyes and visualize. I am having a $100,000 day. Underneath the nose, what are you doing on this day? This is just a prompt. Just keep tapping with your eyes closed. Underneath the mouth, who are you calling? Collarbone point, who are you celebrating with? Underneath the arms, I am having a $100,000 day. Underneath the chest, I feel, fill in the blank. Wrist point, I have built a system. Top of the head, I have built connections. Eyebrow point, I have built courage. Side of the eye, I have built confidence. Underneath the eye, I am having a $100,000 day. Underneath the nose, this is normal for me now. Underneath the mouth, it feels so good. Collarbone point, I knew I could do it. Underneath the arms, I am having a $100,000 day. All right, so taking a nice deep breath. If you want to close your eyes or keep them closed, really looking at what does your vision show you? For me, when I close my eyes and I think about I'm having a $100,000 day, I can see myself talking on the phone to my business partner and best friend, and we're celebrating. And I'm not just celebrating that I did it, it's that I've done it in a new way. And we're celebrating the people that came into our world because of this money. We're celebrating the things we get to teach because of these yeses. We're celebrating the community that we've built, the dedication that we've had. We're celebrating ourselves. We're celebrating each other. We're living in this moment of gratitude. You can feel it through the phone. You can hear it through the phone. Possibility. More and more people are finding us. Communities are opening up. New networks are being built. That's what I see when I say I'm having a $100,000 day. There's also a sense of normality to it. There's also a sense of ease to it. It's like, oh, that's really cool. This is my normal. It's normal for me to have these days. And momentum and magic is in the air. So that's what I see, but let your vision guide you. This is something I love to do in tapping. Instead of me telling you what to see, I ask you what you see. You tell me what you see. So go ahead, leave it in the comments. What do you see when you visualize yourself saying and having a $100,000 day? And the simplest practice that you can do is close your eyes and tap and repeat this affirmation. I am having a $100,000 day. Eyebrow point, I am having a $100,000 day. Side of the eye, I am having a $100,000 day. Underneath that, I am having a $100,000 day. Underneath the nose, I am having a $100,000 day. Underneath the mouth, I am having a $100,000 day. Collarbone point, I am having a $100,000 day. Underneath the arms, I can see it, I can feel it now. Underneath the chest, I am having a $100,000 day. Wrist point, I am having a $100,000 day now. Okay, so that practice, closing your eyes, saying it over and over again. Ask your vision to show you what it wants to show you. Notice where you see yourself. Notice the feeling. You are going to literally tap into a frequency and a resonance with this. So I hope you loved this one. You know, there's a lot more where this came from. Let me know what came up for you, and we will see you next time.